Hi, welcome back. Tonight I will take you in the vast rural landscapes of 18th century France. A chilling terror gripped the hearts of its inhabitants. The mysterious beast of Gévaudan emerged from the shadows, haunting the collective consciousness of the population. From a hunter's point of view, it was a time of fear, uncertainty, and relentless pursuit. Join us as we delve into the enigma of the beast, exploring the haunting legends, the relentless hunt, and the unsolved mystery that continues to captivate our imaginations. Once upon a time, in the year 1764, a small village nestled near Langon in the serene south of France was about to become the stage for a series of chilling events. It all began with a single victim, a hapless woman who fell prey to a mysterious and savage creature. Little did she know that her tragic encounter would mark the beginning of a terrifying saga that would capture the attention of the entire nation, even reaching the ears of Louis XV, the King of France himself. The news of the attack spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the hearts of the villagers and instilling fear in every corner of the land. However, this was no ordinary tale of a ferocious beast. The creature responsible for the woman's demise exhibited a level of brutality that defied explanation. Its subsequent victims, predominantly women and young girls, suffered unimaginable injuries and met their untimely demise over the course of 3 long and harrowing years. News of the beast's reign of terror reached far and wide, attracting hunters from distant lands who sought to capture or vanquish the deadly menace. Yet, despite their expertise and the might of the kingdom's most skilled soldiers, the beast continued its rampage undeterred. The kingdom was gripped by a state of perpetual fear, with the populace anxiously following every twist and turn of the horrifying saga. Newspapers of the time eagerly reported each new development, their pages filled with tales of the beast's relentless attacks. The story of the beast of Gévaudan transcended borders, captivating the imagination of people beyond the confines of France. Nearly 100 articles were published, further fueling the spreading legend and intensifying the sense of dread that hung over the land. And so, the days stretched into months, and the months into years, with no respite from the beast's relentless onslaught. The attacks persisted, leaving a trail of devastation and despair in their wake. The county of Gévaudan, a secluded and austere region characterized by rocky landscapes and vast woods, had been the epicenter of this monstrous ordeal. Its inhabitants had endured unimaginable hardships, living in constant fear of the beast's next strike. On that fateful day of June 30, 1764, the life of a young girl named Jean Boulette was tragically cut short by the creature's merciless claws. Her death, recorded in the parish registers of Saint-Étienne-de-Lugdères in the Ardèche department, would be the first entry in a long and tragic list of victims. What set these attacks apart was the sheer brutality with which they were executed. The victims were not mere prey for a hungry animal, they were subjected to unspeakable violence, their bodies torn apart with a savage intensity that defied explanation. The beast seemed driven not by a simple instinct for survival, but by a sadistic desire to inflict pain and suffering. As the months passed, the creature continued its relentless onslaught, gradually migrating westward until it found its grim abode in the ancient region of Gévaudan. The land, once known for its serenity, had now become a haunting landscape gripped by fear. The locals were no strangers to wolves, as these creatures occasionally preyed upon their livestock. But this beast was different. It possessed an otherworldly aura and a malevolence that set it apart from any ordinary wolf. With its fiery red fur, a menacing black stripe along its back, and a long, sinister tail, it was a sight that struck terror into the souls of those unfortunate enough to catch a glimpse of it. The creature's eyes burned with a reddish glow, filled with an unmistakable evil. It possessed an unnerving ability to walk on its hind legs, resembling a twisted hybrid of man and beast. Its eerie howls and growls pierced the night, sending shivers down the spines of anyone within earshot. The villagers were no match for this supernatural predator. In the illustrations that circulated, whispers of a word emerged: hyena. Some believed that the beast was akin to a fearsome monster from far-off Africa. Hyenas were known for their cunning and ferocity, far surpassing that of wolves. However, the theory was quickly dismissed, for how could such a creature survive the bitter cold of Gévaudan? The beast's victims met gruesome fates. They were often found partially devoured or dismembered, their limbs or heads scattered several yards away from their lifeless bodies. It was a horrifying scene that left witnesses trembling in terror. Most of the victims were simple, illiterate peasants living in a harsh and unforgiving environment. They were far removed from the protective embrace of the king and his court. The beast chose its victims with a sinister preference, targeting women and young girls. The once peaceful countryside now lay in the grip of fear, as people dared not venture beyond the safety of their homes. Children were kept indoors, and windows were barred, while locks were reinforced in a desperate attempt to keep the monster at bay. Amidst the chaos and terror, the influential figure of Gabriel Florent de Choiseul-Beaupré, the Bishop of Mende, emerged. He saw the beast as a divine punishment, a scourge sent by God to chastise humanity for its sins. In a pastoral letter, he attributed the beast's wrath to the lack of religious education and the moral decadence that plagued the region. Drawing parallels with vengeful creatures from Christian tradition, such as snakes and lions, the bishop sought to instill fear in the hearts of the people and guide them towards redemption through prayer. The bishop's words only served to fuel the resurgence of old superstitions and beliefs among the populace. Tales of witches and werewolves, long thought to be the stuff of legend, found renewed credence in the face of the beast's reign of terror. The lines between reality and myth blurred, heightening the sense of dread that gripped Gévaudan. In the face of mounting casualties and an escalating sense of desperation, help arrived in the form of Captain Duhamel and his Clermont Prince dragoons. Determined to put an end to the beast's rampage, they ventured into the treacherous woods, joined by villagers armed with weapons. However, their efforts proved futile as the beast eluded capture and continued its deadly spree. Undeterred, Captain Duhamel hatched a risky plan. Since the beast seemed to specifically target women and young girls, he and his men donned disguises, dressing in women's clothing in a bid to deceive the creature. But even this audacious ploy failed to outwit the cunning beast. News of the beast's reign of terror spread, capturing the attention of the entire nation. Tens of thousands of men joined the hunt, united in their determination to bring down the monster that had haunted Gévaudan for far too long. Yet, despite their sheer numbers, the beast remained elusive, slipping through their grasp time and time again. Months turned into a grueling and relentless pursuit, but the creature always managed to escape, leaving the hunters frustrated and disheartened. Eventually, after 7 long months of fruitless efforts, Captain Duhamel and his dragoons reluctantly departed from the region, their heads bowed in defeat. The publication of La Gazette de France, the country's first weekly newspaper. Eager for exciting stories to engage their readers, the newspaper seized upon the legend of the Beast of Gévaudan. The beast was said to be terrorizing the remote region of Gévaudan, preying on women and children, particularly young girls. La Gazette, along with other journals, published over 100 articles about the beast, elevating its fame throughout the kingdom. As news of the mysterious creature spread, the public became increasingly intrigued, and questions arose about its identity. Speculation ran rampant, with some suggesting it was a wolf, others a dog, and even some believing it to be a monstrous monster. Engravers produced prints depicting the beast as a fearsome, furry creature with sharp, deadly teeth, and these images were widely circulated, both within France and beyond its borders. The affair soon took on a political dimension, with unflattering portraits of King Louis XV accompanying the beast's image. The Beast of Gévaudan became a symbol of France's perceived weaknesses, and people from Great Britain to Boston mocked the French king and his armies for their inability to capture or kill a single animal. Faced with growing public discontent and the besmirching of his reputation, Louis XV took action. First, he rewarded a young boy named Jacques Portefaix for his bravery in rescuing a child from the beast's clutches. Then, the king offered a substantial reward of around £10,000 to anyone who could kill the beast. This unprecedented bounty attracted hunters from all over the country and beyond. Despite the best efforts of numerous hunters, the beast continued to elude capture. It was at this point that Louis XV himself became personally involved. As a skilled hunter, he understood the importance of resolving the situation. He entrusted François Antoine, his arquebus bearer and a close friend, with the task of hunting down the beast. François Antoine embarked on his mission during the rainy summer months of 1765. While he made little progress, the beast continued its attacks. One notable incident involved Marie-Jeanne Vallée, a young woman who bravely fought off the creature, stabbing it with a spear. However, the beast managed to escape, and the attacks persisted for several more weeks. As winter approached, François Antoine grew increasingly concerned about his failure to fulfill his mission. In mid-September, he and his men ventured into the woods near the Abbaye de Chazes. There, they hunted and ultimately killed a colossal grey wolf, which was immediately identified as the beast of Gévaudan. Even Marie-Jeanne and her sister recognized the slain animal as their attacker. François Antoine became celebrated as the hero who had vanquished the infamous beast. However, doubts lingered. The wolf's immense size did not align with the absence of human remains or bones in its stomach. Moreover, it was discovered in a region far removed from the previous attacks and villages. Despite these uncertainties, the Wolf of Chazes was unequivocally accepted as the legendary beast of Gévaudan. Its body was sent to Versailles to be preserved and presented to the king. Although the king never officially acknowledged François Antoine as the beast's slayer, he considered the matter closed. Louis XV had other pressing concerns, having recently lost his only son, the Dauphin of France. The attacks of the beast of Gévaudan gradually faded from public attention, and the newspapers ceased reporting on the matter. Yet, in Gévaudan, the local population remained determined to rid themselves of the beast's terror. Throughout the following months, attacks persisted until, finally, on June 19, 1767, a group of men led by Jean Chastel, a young farmer, confronted the creature in the woods. Jean bravely faced the beast, taking aim and delivering a fatal shot. From that day forward, no further reports of attacks by the beast of Gévaudan surfaced. After the beast's death, a doctor performed an autopsy, and the corpse was brought to Paris. However, the renowned naturalist Georges-Louis Leclerc, Comte de Buffon, examined the decomposed remains only briefly. The beast was then buried in an undisclosed location, preventing further scientific study and perpetuating the mystery surrounding its true nature. Although Louis XV never officially recognized Jean Chastel as the beast's killer, history remembers him as the true hero of the story. For centuries, the legend of the beast of Gévaudan has captivated people's imaginations, inspiring countless theories and speculation. Was it a dog, a wolf, or perhaps a hybrid of both? The truth remains elusive, contributing to the enduring myth and intrigue surrounding the enigmatic creature. Don't forget to like and subscribe.